Test, test. Hey, what's up? This is Dave. This is What's Up Dave, my daily stream where I catch up with my friends on the internet. I made a few technical adjustments to the podcast setup. I was trying to find some writing I'd done maybe a few weeks ago about my sense of mission. And I can't find any place where I wrote it down, so I was listening to some of the old casts. What's the cat doing that's screwing things up? He's stepping on something, and I've noticed that like when I listen to it in on the Macintosh, the levels are really high. So I've dropped the gain on the microphone a little bit. So hopefully it won't be quite as maddeningly high, and maybe it'll even sound a little better. So I set it to the middle setting right now, so we'll see how that goes. Don't know what's going on with the YouTube here. It's acting a little bit funny. A lot of blinking happening. Anyway, so let's see what we're going to talk about today. Noink. And so today was the large get day with Dad. Woke up at 10-ish, and then we went to the garden center. And what we did was we just were looking for specific some pots to put in this hanging plant thingy that that we're putting together. So he brought some plants that he wants me to grow. I don't have any of the right pots. I killed the last one that he brought, so this one hopefully will last a little longer. So here we are at the garden center. Oops, that's not it. He saw this little cactus thing that he really liked, so we got that. There's a better view of it. I mean, it's kind of some sort of stripy cactus. It's kind of cool. Um, he's just he has no idea what I'm pointing at, but it was good to remember that Dad just really likes plants, and so I should bring him to some more plant places so we can see more interesting things. He always has something to say about them, so that's fun. I think I even have a little video of him. Let's see if we can get the. I don't know. I don't think this is feeding back into it, unfortunately. So, so that was what was going on with Dad. And then after that, what did we do? Went to the grocery store, and he wanted some Texas White Hots, which are kind of hot dog that's made of pork. He used to, he told me a story about how when he was in Rochester, New York, in the late 50s or early 60s, as an assistant pastor for Brighton Church. One of the church secretaries told him about these white hot dogs. He said, "You gotta try these things. They're from Texas." And like that's where he discovered White Hots. And apparently, White Hots are actually a area delicacy, I guess you could say, in upstate New York. And so there's a brand called Zweigels that my sister, I think, is going to get some packs of them so we can treat him to some White Hots. We ended up getting some Oscar Mayer hot dogs because he recognized the brand name from probably from the 50s and 60s, and we just boiled them. He said that they would be less salty, so I think he's trying to avoid salt. So I'm trying to keep that in mind as we do stuff. And then later on, we just had a regular lunch of hot dogs, tortilla chips, which he really likes, tortilla chips. And we just talked a little bit. Did a little bit of Mac OS help. I showed him like how to use a external HDMI cable, plug it into a Macintosh so it appears big. So he's starting to get the hang of it. I think the Mac was a good choice. He likes it, and it's I think a better experience for him so far compared to the Windows 7 experience he was used to. Windows 10 might be fine as well, but I suspect that he might like the Macintosh better. You know. What else did we do today? Just a lot of talking, stories. He'd read my journal, had some comments about it. Nothing bad. He just told me he loved me, and yeah, I think I put him at ease by letting him read my thoughts about things. So he knows that I'm just thinking through a lot of things, and that I have some presence of mind not to do anything rash or stupid. So I think that was good for him. I think he feels more at ease of things, knowing the kind of things that I'm dealing with. Yeah, so it's hard to convey a lot of this stuff in email. It's hard to read the emotional tone too in email. So I think it was a positive thing. Let's see what else I was going to talk about today. Oh, I got my ongoing desire to improve the house has been ongoing. And let me switch this to NDI monitor. Bear with me for a second. What I'm doing is I'm just setting up this camera here, the iPhone. So I am using the NewTek NDI monitor application, which allows me to wirelessly stream high definition video to a computer that's also running NDI. NDI is NewTek's, there's a new version of it that I need to update. It's NewTek's, how come I can't click on anything? And it just crashed. Or did it? Oh, maybe I had to press this. Okay, there we go. Something's happening now. Let's switch over to the split NDI view, which is here. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now we're on the NDI camera. So I want to show you this linen closet thingy. I went to Christmas tree shops, and we have levels, yeah. Christmas tree shops, and I was looking for something like this. And I've already put stuff on it. There's that mysterious sculpture that my dad brought, plus these two, like, Year of the Pig stone figurines. This is kind of the shrine of good luck charms. This is also where my cat Kate's ashes are. This is the shelf full of figurines. And this is where the coffee stuff for the various brewing instruments. You know, nice big French press, like a Hario pour-over kettle, a cold brew coffee brewer, and a Chemex. And then in here is just like storage for tea and stuff, which moved over from this side. So now there's a little bit more room here. I removed the Keurig that was here. It's just sitting over there, waiting for me to do something with it. And I cleared out some of this area down here too. But overall, it's allowed me to clear off space, you know, that was previously up here. So like all that stuff used to be up here, and now I'm trying to figure out what to get rid of additional stuff. And I've been slowly just kind of compiling and compositing things together. For example, like the shelf thing, I did some filing today. So this allowed me to remove a few boxes. So this is just where things go now. So a lot of the things that didn't have homes now. So that's kind of exciting. This is like a nice portable unit, so I can just slide it out and put it up someplace and just go through it. So this stuff is still a huge mess, and like I need to clean up this area as well. This is still here. I don't know what to do with it yet, but slowly the house is starting to clean up a little bit. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's go full screen again. Oops, not that one. This one. So what else is there? Filing improvements. There's last thing is I got this Canisius gaming keyboard, which was a Kickstarter. I have way too many keyboards. I should stop buying them, but I somehow can't help it because I love keyboards. So if you're not familiar with this thing, Canisius is a company that makes ergonomic keyboards. I haven't even opened this yet, so they were kickstarting this thing, and if you can see the back of this, I don't know if this is how clear this is coming in. It's a split keyboard. This is a mechanical keyboard as well. It's programmable. This is their first gaming product. So let's open this thing up. See what we got. Back this up a little bit. One of these days when I make real videos, I can do real unboxing videos and edit them. Ow. It comes in a substantial box. How does it open? It's kind of a weird box design. So this opens up like this. Oh, interesting. So it opens up like a clamshell. That's cool. Yes. So it looks like, I don't know how if you can see this. Let me turn on some light here. That was probably not a good idea. Just a little bit of fill would be okay. So it looks like we have on one side there's one half of the keyboard. Okay, we could just open it like this. And this is the USB cable. It looks braided. It doesn't look detachable. And then here's the two halves of the keyboard, which can come together or you can angle them. Now the nice thing about this layout is that you can actually like do all your WASD keys on this side and then have like a much smaller mousing area. So if I had my gaming mouse here, I could just put this thing out of the way and just like have a really comfortable setup. And these are MX Browns, which is a key switch I usually don't get. This feels really good though. Also interesting, like you can see over here on the left side, I can pull this out. Let's just look at this thing. So there's the detachable wings. So this rest pad thing can go. It looks, there's all these key macros here. That's a nice big escape key too. That is lovely. Interestingly that these don't line up. There's the tilde, and the escape is here, but that's fine. F1, F3. There's no gaps between the F keys though. That could be a problem. Function. This feels really good. These are Browns, right? Probably says somewhere on the keyboard. So I don't know if these are detachable. Probably not. So the two halves of the keyboard are separated by that cable, as you can see. So you can like put it together like this, or you can angle it like this. So like for a more comfortable ergonomic typing split keyboard. I really like this. There's also a lift kit here too that will angle these slightly. I think there's a lift kit. These look like pads that probably go to the front of these, I'm guessing. Maybe these go like that. I thought there was a lift. Oh, this is the lift kit. So this will allow you to angle the sides of the keyboards left and right. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. So that will like be replacing, or for at least temporarily, the Model M Space Saver keyboard over here. These are relatively rare and hard to get. And this will be a nice kind of modern keyboard that I can use for, well, it'll be much quieter to type on, which might help. But I notice when I'm gaming with friends, what happens is like my keyboard makes so much noise that they can't really hear what I'm saying. It probably makes me a jerk. So having a quieter, stealthier keyboard, maybe not a bad thing. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get into playing with this, but you know, I was kind of having a little bit of buyer's remorse about getting this keyboard. I don't have anything from Canisius. Don't really have any brown switches. Is this brown? I'm trying to see if it says. Yeah, this is the brown key switch version, the non-clicky version. So this is very exciting. I have another keyboard coming in too at some point, which is a reproduction Model F keyboard, which is going to be super loud. And that was a ridiculous purchase. I shouldn't have bought that one, but maybe I'll feel different when I get that. Keyboards are just something that I guess I kind of am passionate about. It's an interesting case design. Canisius Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty damn exciting. So, that's it for What's Up, Dave. Not much going on. I'm still trying to finish my Groundhog Day resolutions. Actually, let's take a look and see how far I got on that. Let me adjust this camera a bit, though it's a little bit too high. Trying to find the perfect angle for this. I just lowered this this camera setup just because I was a little bit too, it was like way up here. It was a little bit too selfie extreme. Maybe it's still even a little bit too high. Trying to figure out what the right angle is for this. Fix some of my some of the audio level issues too. Do I still have those? Yeah. I'm wondering if I should swap out these batteries. Before I was clipping a lot. I think I still may be clipping. The audio levels still might be too high. Once I get them figured out, I'll lock them down. I just need to listen to more of my stuff. But let's take a look at, let's see. Do I still have Quiver running here? Where'd my mouse go? Here. And then here. This is where I'm doing my Groundhog Day resolution review notes. So here I was just writing down what I was saying. So last month, so if you're not familiar with my Groundhog Day resolutions, this is a monthly review goal I do. February 2nd, I set up my yearly goals. And then on every month after that, on March 3rd, April 4th, May 5th, June 6th, and so on, I do a review to see how I'm doing on them. That's the absolute minimum amount of tracking that I have to do to make sure that I'm making any progress at all. So ideally, I'm thinking about it all the time, but like with all the distractions and life getting in the way, it's hard to make. It's hard for me anyway to remember to maintain progress and focus on things. So last month, I had written down a recap of everything that happened up to October 10 because I'd forgotten, and that's what this post is. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's put this back here for the time being. And let's go to my website, davidsay.com, blog, and this was the last month's post. And what I'd also done was I'd set a new productivity tools homepage. No, wait, this is the wrong place. Investigations is under Groundhog Day Resolutions Review. This is my 11th year of doing these things. So here are this is the recap so I don't have to reread every single post every month that I do this. The reason why this month is late is because Dad's here, and family's been here over the weekends. November 11th was the day I usually write the review. I spent the whole day doing it, but family was here the day before and the day afterwards. So I'm really just kind of getting back on track. Plus, with Dad visiting, I'm kind of like prioritizing him as my main focus, and I'm not going to just like push through this just for getting it done because Dad's more important. So this is what I need to read. So this is the review of everything that happened last month. I said the contract work was in a lull. So return to personal projects. I lost 15 pounds on the diet, and I'm stuck at the 15 pounds off. A renewed focus on conviction G10 and declared a new directive for closing chapters of my life that have lingered too long. G10 is develop conviction about who I am and what I'm doing, because without it, expression challenge G9 cannot be achieved. G9 is to dare to be me in public by unapologetically showing my inner self to the outside. That's the major goals for this, are being true to myself and having a leadership mentality. And then G11 was like the life chapters, closing off old projects that aren't going anywhere or maybe are no longer interesting to me. And so I need to write the November one. And I'm still just kind of pulling things together. Let's look at these notes again. So last month I revisited my 4 main goals. I revisited the 7 directives. I should copy this. How come I can't move this? Recopy this summary here. This is like where I'm assembling my thoughts, basically. Yeah. So these are uncollected thoughts right now. Like last month, I felt that I'd clawed my way back from this existentialist crisis I was facing. Like, nothing matters, everything's stupid, basically. Now I'm feeling much better. I was under a lot of, I think, stress or emotion. I was just thinking about, like, Dad's coming to visit, I need to clean up the whole house, I need to finish this project, I need to choose new health care, I need to do all this stuff, so I was kind of stressed out about that. Now that stuff is behind me, I'm feeling less stressed. The main sticking point, though, is the new website system. That's the major block to me achieving this new level of expression that I think is going to be important moving into 2018. And related to that is not only my own mission about the kind of work that I'm doing, which I have some clarity about now, also the development of products based on my productivity tools and developing of a better, more robust e-commerce system. Because, I'm getting old. I'm going to be 50 this December, and I'm going to need to retire, right? And, since I freelance, I don't have a 401k, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to make something that's like a turnkey system that somehow pays for itself. It should be possible because I've been doing this enough, and I think I'm getting the attitude about what it takes to be a business person. I think. But I need to do it my own way. And that's, I guess, where I am. I should write that down. Oh, I forgot what I said. I'm going to force myself to remember something. Jess says, be yourself. Yeah! We should make pins that say that, Jess. It's hard to be yourself. And there's two distinctions, I think, between being yourself. There's the internal sense of who you are and what you like, and the privacy of your own soul, knowing who you are, knowing what you like, and being comfortable with that. That's something that's also hard to achieve. You had to separate out everything that's an external influence so you can even feel that. Then the other part is, like, at least from speaking for myself, is how do you take what's inside of you and how do you interface that with the outside world, with other people? How do you not fall in the trap of looking toward other people for affirmation, for your sense of self-worth and value? I mean, it's hard to be by yourself. It's hard to be isolated. It's hard to be in a place where you're not sure if you're doing things right, or you have the support of people, or people are judging you, or for whatever reason. Getting to an understanding where you can reconcile those two worlds, I mean, I think is a major challenge. It's at the heart of my productivity challenges, I think. I mean, there's things that I wanted to do, but then, what prevents me from doing that? What is the source of that resistance? And so that's, I think, maybe what makes my stuff different than other people's stuff, is that I'm trying to solve this other problem. I'm not trying to solve the problem of how do you make more widgets in a certain amount of time, or how do you make the perfect to-do list, or how do you, what are the 12 things that, like, fearless leaders do to get ahead? I'm really more interested in figuring out, like, how I work and what are the tools that I need to kind of come to an understanding and clarity so I can move forward with and be myself, How do you be yourself? I don't know. Either you don't care about things, or maybe you do. I maybe care too much, or I'm too sensitive, or I'm very sensitive, let me say, to how other people see me, how other people see themselves. I'm just tuned in, I think, to a lot of emotional aspects of people's personality, and I feel them too deeply, and it can be a detriment. So learning to feel who I am, how to be myself, and to be unapologetic about it, that is one of the major challenges that I'm facing right now, and trying to actively turn into part of my productivity system. So, like, having said that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to write, so I'm going to sleep on this tonight, but I'm going to add one question to this. Maybe I will reflect this tonight. What is the point of this Groundhog Day resolution? Oh, Dad's coming downstairs. I don't think he knows I'm streaming. Goal. What's the major blockage? Oh, here comes Dad. Oh, okay. Good night. He just gave my journal back. So that's Dad. Anyway. What's the major blockage? What's the major desire? Am I making progress? Another question is, how does being myself figure into the Groundhog Day resolutions? And then another thing is, how is this relevant to other people who are facing the same thing that might be reading this? I think those are the questions I want to answer. So I'm going to call this done for now. How long has this been running? 24 minutes. So that's today's What's Up, Dave? Not a whole lot going on. I'm trying to think of what we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, I've been really bad about planning or using my emergent task planner. I might as well just look at it. I have it right here. One of the several improvements made recently was having like this little bin down by my feet that slides into the desk where I can actually just pull out my ATP. And the last time I updated was Friday, it looks like. So let's look at this. Clean the guest bedroom, that's done. ACA, that's not done. Went to the Apple Store. This is really Friday. I didn't update anything since then. Monday, I didn't write anything. Updated a newsletter. Didn't look at Zendesk, Freshdesk. Didn't do the Groundhog Day resolutions. And then on my portable to-do list, mega download Patreon videos, Zendesk, Freshdesk, Mindful of Burnout books, ACA, Apple Store, Dad's newsletter, steak preps, password. I don't remember what that was for. Was it Dad's password? Oh, I'm not sure. And then this is like a diagram that I wanted to update that's referred to on this Reddit Major Projects diagram. What does this say? Oh, this was how everything was interconnected. Maybe I wrote something down. This is the October challenge. Actually, yeah, this was the new system. Major projects and connection points. The blog goes into self-expression. It goes into personal style, beacon of interest. Nerd magazine, capturing, receiving, and receiving knowledge, making my work and knowledge available. Amazon co-working. Yeah, I feel like I'm on the cusp of something big. You know, it may not be big for other people, but I think it's going to be big for me if I can just figure out what it is. And it's kind of frustrating thinking about what that is right now, but I think I'm getting close to something. Feels like I'm on the verge of a lot of big breakthroughs. But hope everyone else is doing well. Just looking in this notebook to see what's in here. Oh, this is like a bunch of ongoing projects. That actually is a duplicate of something over there. But that's like the stash. Okay, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And have a good evening, morning, wherever you are. Bye. Count to 10.